From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth.
Good Thursday morning. Right now you're taking a live look at Richland. This view coming courtesy of the Legends Casino and Hotel. Clear skies this morning. Should be a sunny morning once the sun actually breaks over the horizon. Right now temperatures in the 20s and 30s in the Kittitas and Yakima valleys, 30s for the lower Columbia Basin, low 30s in the Blue Foothills, and down into the 20s in the higher terrain of the Blues and the Cascades. So a lot of us will have to contend with some frost for this morning. Here's your CoCast for today for the Tri-Cities. Obviously heavy jacket weather this morning, but a little bit later today, more light jacket weathers will end up in the mid to upper 50s. Lots of sunshine, a very nice day. We'll keep it mostly dry through Sunday, but then a series of storm systems could bring likely chances of mountain snow, especially to the Cascades from Monday through Wednesday, but overall keeping it pretty average to mild over the next 7 days. I'll tell you more about this storm system coming up on Good Morning Northwest, which starts right now.
Straight ahead on Good Morning Northwest, an update on the search for a missing pilot after flying out of Yakima headed to Chelan. While investigators say she never reached her destination.
And calling all student artists, you'll soon have the opportunity to feature your very own artwork on a bus as BFT launches their yearly art competition. All the details on how you can take part just ahead.
Also coming up, we're taking a closer look at which items could cost you more after another round of tariffs are put into place. That story and more on Good Morning Northwest, which starts right now.
This is Apple Valley News Now. Good Morning Northwest on your side.
Good morning, everyone, and thank you for joining us for Good Morning Northwest. I'm Jessica Jalal.
And I'm Jade Elliott. It is Thursday, March 6th, and we have a lot to get to this morning, so we're going to start off with your top stories as the FAA is reporting that a pilot who was flying out of Yakima went missing Tuesday night after failing to reach her destination. She was headed towards Chelan.
And after 12 hours of searching across 2 counties, authorities were able to locate the site of the plane crash and found the pilot dead. Our Emily Goodell tells us more.
Based on the pilot's projected flight path, authorities began searching both sides of the Columbia River. Grant County later terminated its search after searchers were able to locate the site of the crash in Kittitas County.
Shortly after 9 o'clock, we got a call from the FAA indicating that a small plane that was being flown from Yakima to the town of Chelan had been tracked over Kittitas County and Kittitas County airspace and had gone missing.
The plane, a Cessna Skyhawk, with only the pilot on board. Searchers deploying a marine unit to check the Columbia River. ATVs and volunteers with boots on the ground in both Grant and Kittitas counties. Plus drones and a helicopter searching from the air.
That search continued into the night until after 3 o'clock in the morning. At that point, the conditions became too dangerous. They called the search for the night.
The search resuming in the morning, and at about 12 hours after the pilot was reported missing,
a life flight helicopter found the crash scene and was able to guide in the ground teams. They confirmed that the pilot is deceased, that she was the only person in the plane, and her family was notified first thing.
The crash site near Whiskey Dick Mountain, about 4 or 5 miles north of Vantage Bridge. The cause of the crash unknown at this time. The pilot's identity yet to be released.
We're very sorry and send condolences to the family of this person, and at the same time, very appreciative for everyone's help that brought a swift resolution and let her family know as quickly as possible where she was and what happened.
Sheriff's deputies say the National Transportation Safety Board will be taking over the investigation to determine what may have caused the plane crash. In Kittitas County, Emily Goodell, Apple Valley News Now.
Thank you, Emily. Now, the Kittitas County Sheriff's Office says it relies heavily on trained volunteers during these types of search and rescue missions. Deputies say training is critical because well-meaning people without training can actually make the situation more difficult. That's why KCSO is encouraging people to apply to become a search and rescue volunteer. If this sounds like something for you, you're required to attend an annual training, and they're holding one in the spring.
We do want help. We do need help and resources, but we really need it with the thoughtfulness that advanced planning takes.
Now, if you don't live in Kittitas County, you can contact your local sheriff's office to ask about local search and rescue training opportunities.
6:04 and continuing coverage with some new evidence being introduced into the Bryan Kohberger murder case. A new filing reveals a 3-person mixture of unknown DNA was found under 21-year-old University of Idaho student fingernails. The evidence coming from Madison Mogen, one of the 4 students who were fatally stabbed inside of an off-campus home back in November of 2022. Now, Kohberger is facing 4 charges of first-degree murder. His defense team has asked for the DNA evidence to be kept from the jury. Kohberger has pleaded not guilty. His trial is set to begin in August, and he is facing the death penalty if convicted, although his team has asked for that to be taken off the table because of his autism diagnosis.
And check this out now. So Ben Franklin Transit is calling all student artists. They're looking for high school students who are interested in its annual art competition.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. This year's theme is called Show Me Your City. So the art pieces should be what the students believe represents their home city. All students from 9th to 12th grade are welcome to participate. There will be a first, second, and third place winner announced for traditional art pieces and digital art pieces. BFT says this art competition is a way for students to feel seen.
I think art a lot of the time is how we represent our community. It's how we show who we are. And I just hope that these students take this opportunity to kind of look at themselves, look at their friends, look at the way that they interact with the Tri-Cities, and see themselves represented on the side of these buses.
The deadline for students to submit their art pieces is on March 28th, and applications are already open. Students can submit their pieces in person at the Three Rivers Transit Center or online, and we have a link to do that up on our website. And coming up next on Good Morning Northwest, shoppers are bracing themselves as many items could cost more money. And this comes after President Trump's latest tariffs on the U.S.'s biggest trading partners. We've got the details coming up in your national news.
At 6:06, giving you that live look outside, courtesy of our Legends Casino and Hotel Skycam in Richland. When we come back, we'll check back in with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth with your First Alert forecast.
I love your daughter so much.
Are you saying munch?
Yep. He's craving my new Big Smash Jack with more than double the beef of a Big Mac.
I'm in love.
With?
What's your face, right? Get my new Big Smash Jack and so much more.
Welcome to Jack in the Box.
To see if you qualify for Hanford worker compensation, please call Smart Law for a free consultation at 509-735-5555. Workers and the families of deceased workers who worked at the Hanford site are now eligible for compensation for diseases and illnesses, including neurological, respiratory and heart conditions, cancers, and beryllium-related disorders. This may be in addition to compensation already being received. Call Smart Law at 509-735-5555 for Hanford worker compensation. Smart Law, smart choice.
In 1997, my father-in-law, John Ramsey, started this business.
We took it from 2.5 acres. Now we're 22 acres.
What separates us is you're not just a number when you walk in the door.
Professional, on time. They answer all my questions.
If you're looking for a high-quality trailer at the right price, this is the place.
It feels like a home away from home.
I can guarantee when you buy an RV from us, you are part of the Broadmoor family.
At Broadmoor RV, we make
camping fun! Spring clean for a cause. With fresh leadership, Tri-County Partners Habitat for Humanity store is ready to make an even bigger impact. Join us and Century 21, Piton Wealth, and PG Long for our Fill a Truck event on March 7th and 8th. Donate furniture, appliances, decor, anything to help furnish a home. And for every donation or purchase, you'll be entered to win a gift basket. Enjoy free fries, fun, and the chance to change lives. Visit the Tri-County Partners Habitat for Humanity store in Richland. Your donation builds homes.
Hot Tub, Hot Tub, Hot Tub. Major manufacturers and warehouses clearance of new 2025 inventory. Friday through Sunday. Benton County Fairgrounds, Kennewick. Over 100 hot tubs on display and everything must go. New 2025 inventory. Hot tubs starting at $29.95. All inventory 40 to 80% off. See the revolutionary swim spa in action and save up to 60%. Trade-ins welcome. Free delivery. We'll even haul away your old hot tub. Worry-free installation. 18-month interest-free financing. Millions of dollars of inventory must be sold. Benton County Fairgrounds, Kennewick. Free admission. Free parking. Call 833-SPA-SALE.
If you like options, you'll love my $5 all-day big deal meal. Choose from 4 delicious entrees and 5 tasty sides with a drink. Oh, and nobody else includes breakfast items all day. Just this guy. At Jack, every bite's a big deal.
Welcome to to Jock in the Box.
The heavy hitter is the one for you. Call 853-2222.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. Let's go ahead and take you on a bit of a temperature tour. We start off in Kittitas County. These temperatures in the 20s and 30s, technically a couple degrees above freezing in Vantage, but below that, well below that in Ellensburg, Cle Elum, and for Snoqualmie Pass. Down into the Yakima Valley, we're seeing temperatures mostly below freezing, technically 1 degree above freezing for Sunnyside, but below that for the rest of the valley, including 27 degrees at the McAllister Airport in Yakima. Then in the lower Columbia Basin, temperatures here also in the 30s. We're below freezing for the Tri-Cities. The same thing for Mesa and Connell, right at freezing in Hermiston, but a little bit above that for places like Umatilla and Boardman and up towards the Hanford side. Then in the Blue Foothills, 20s and 30s, a bit of a frosty start here, and definitely a frosty start in the higher terrain of the Blue Mountains with 20s and 30s in places like Cabbage Hill, Meacham, and Ukiah. Here's your day planner for today for lower elevations. Lots of sunshine. Highs getting into the, well, temperatures getting into the 40s and 50s by lunchtime. That's where the highs are likely going to end up. A little bit colder today in the Blue Foothills with 40s, but we're going to be up into the 50s in some of the other lower terrain areas, including for the basin and the valleys. We get even milder for this weekend, and we're tracking some active weather for next week. I'll tell you what that means coming up in a few minutes.
Josh, thanks so much. 11 minutes after 6 in your national headlines this morning, we're taking a closer look at President Trump's plan to impose tariffs on some of the closest trading partners. Analysts say these prices could soon spike on everything from clothing to electronics and even produce, and that the price hikes could reach shoppers within weeks or even days. ABC's Nicole D'Antonio is in Washington with the details.
This morning, families bracing for rising prices stemming from President Trump's sweeping new tariffs on some of our largest trading partners. Prices are expected to rise across the board on everything from clothing to electronics to fruits and vegetables. U.S. Secretary of Energy Chris Wright explains the steps the administration is taking to keep prices down.
I can assure you there's very sober, thoughtful discussions going on behind the scenes about how to solve these problems.
This week, the Trump administration imposed 25% tariffs on goods from Mexico and Canada, as well as 10% tariffs on imports from China, which now makes it 20%. The CEOs of the top 3 American automakers, Ford, Stellantis, and General Motors, making a personal appeal to President Trump, arguing these tariffs will devastate the industry. President Trump agreeing to pause his tariffs on cars coming into the U.S. from Canada and Mexico for 1 month. The president is also considering other exemptions, including for eggs and some agricultural products. The president acknowledging his tariffs might cause inflation. ABC's Rachel Scott asking the White House how long that will last.
How long should Americans expect to pay higher prices?
Again, I don't have a crystal ball, but what I can assure the American people is that this president and this administration is doing everything they can.
President Trump and Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau speaking on the phone yesterday, but no signs of a breakthrough.
We don't want this. We want to work with you as a friend and ally. And we don't want to see you hurt either. But your government has chosen to do this to you.
China's foreign minister writing on X saying, quote, if war is what the U.S. wants, be it a tariff war, a trade war, or any other type of war, we are ready to fight till the end.
And now, even with President Trump lifting the tariffs on cars coming from Canada and Mexico, Canada's Prime Minister Justin Trudeau saying they are not willing to do so until the tariffs are removed. So much more ahead here on Good Morning Northwest. 6:13 coming up. We got your full First Alert forecast with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth, giving you that live look outside this morning over Pasco, courtesy of our Dust Devils camera. We're back right after the break.
Tub. Hot Tub. Hot Tub. Major manufacturers and warehouses clearance of new 2025 inventory. Friday through Sunday. Benton County Fairgrounds, Kennewick. Over 100 hot tubs on display and everything must go. New 2025 inventory. Hot tubs starting at $29.95. All inventory 40 to 80% off. See the revolutionary swim spa in action and save up to 60%. Trade-ins welcome. Free delivery. We'll even haul away your old hot tub. Worry-free installation. 18-month interest-free financing. Millions of dollars of inventory must be sold. Benton County Fairgrounds, Kennewick. Free admission. Free parking. Call 833-SPA-SALE.
1955 is when it started. Yakima, Washington is where it started. An idea hatched by a group who felt the average working person deserved more for their money. It's now grown throughout the Northwest, membership-focused and employee-owned since 2004. At Buy Mart, the last 70 years have been about one thing: delivering the best value for our members every day. From saving our members more, to being a trusted community partner, to giving back, our story is unique. It's comfortable and dependable. As we celebrate our 70th anniversary, we continue to grow and serve our members, our employee owners, the communities we call home. At Buy Mart, we're built to last. 70 years is just the beginning. Saving you more is here to stay. We're different, we're proud of it, and we look forward to serving you, our loyal membership family, for another 70 years.
Imagine yourself in a new Toyota.
Hey, there he is. Let's do this.
Hey, you ready? Yeah.
You're up, guys. All right.
Did you know that every new Toyota comes with Toyota Care? A 2-year or 25,000-mile maintenance plan and roadside assistance. That's the value you can expect from Toyota.
Go from dreaming it to driving it today.
Yeah.
Come on.
Toyota. Let's go places.
Get ready to go soaring over 2 Idaho ski areas.
Perfect weather to go out and get some sunny turns.
Spring skiing and awesome views.
We had 360 views. We were pointing out Lookout Pass, Schweitzer Mountain.
Fly the Northwest. Apple Valley News Now at 6 Tuesday.
Next live, RuPaul, Simone Ashley from Picture This. Plus, it's shopping day with Monica Mangan.
We've lost some folks. They're gone.
Today at 9 on Apple Valley News Now.
Kraken Predators. Pregame at 4:30 tonight on Apple Valley News Now. From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbert.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. Right now you're taking a live look at Pasco. This view coming courtesy of the Dust Devils, and it looks like it's going to be a pretty clear start out there. In fact, we'll have mostly sunny skies all throughout the day. Right now temperatures down into the 20s and 30s in the Kittitas and Yakima valleys. We're mostly in the 30s in the lower Columbia Basin, low 30s in the Blue Foothills, and now back down into the teens and 20s in the higher terrain of the Cascades and Blues. So a lot of us will have a bit of a frosty start for this morning. A little bit later today, another very nice day. Highs getting up into the 40s and 50s, a little bit colder in the Blue Foothills, but the rest of the lower elevations in the mid to upper 50s. Like I said, lots of sunshine and these breezes gusting out of the north between 20 to 25 miles per hour. Pretty widespread. And then for tonight, the winds will be winding down throughout the night, but in the early evening, still pretty widespread out of the north between 20 to 25 miles per hour. These lows dropping down into the 20s and 30s. So once again, we're going to have to take those necessary steps to protect the outdoor pets, the plants, and the plumbing. We'll keep the forecast mostly dry through Sunday, but late Sunday night into Monday, that's when snow chances go up considerably for the Cascades. And then in general, widespread precip chances go up into the middle of next week. So it looks like our pattern is going to trend more active for next week. Also maybe trending a little bit cooler, as we'll end up being about 5 to 10 degrees above average in the Tri-Cities by Sunday, flirting with 65 degrees. But again, trending cooler and more seasonal into the middle of next week. Here is the 7-day forecast for the Tri-Cities. Mild and dry through Tuesday, but rain chances become likely again by next Wednesday. In Yakima, staying dry with clouds picking up this weekend, then rain chances roll back around by midweek next week. In Ellensburg, mostly breezy over the coming week with the strongest winds on Sunday, then the potential for a rain-snow mix next Wednesday. In Hermiston, mild and dry through early next week, but rain becomes likely again by the middle of next week. And then for Walla Walla, becoming milder and staying dry this weekend, but small rain chances Monday and Tuesday. However, rain is likely by next Wednesday. Now you're taking another live look at Pasco. This view coming courtesy of the Dust Devils. Thanks for waking up with Good Morning Northwest, where we're always on your side.
No one expects to get in a car wreck, but that's exactly what happened last summer. The drunk driver crossed over the center line, crashing into us and causing life-threatening injuries. It was difficult to focus on healing while facing overwhelming medical bills and lost wages. How will our bills get paid? When can I go back to work? So much was running through my head. Abeda Nelson's team did the work to make sure we didn't have to worry.
Abeda Nelson, we focus on you, you focus on healing.
2025 is your year to start a new business, and the City of Pasco is here to help. We have newly updated commercial kitchen space and vendor windows available at the Pasco Specialty Kitchen downtown. Mobile food vendors, we've made it faster and easier than ever to get permits and connect with customers, thanks to new citywide regulations for food trucks and hand carts. Visit pasco-wa.gov for more information and join the thriving Pasco community. Naturally transformative.
Listen up. You've got 4 days and 4 days only to save like never before during the 4-day super sale at Furniture Row. That's 4 days where the more you buy, the more you save. Save $100 on every $1,000 you spend. No limit. You'll also find huge savings on sofas and sectionals, dining tables and chairs, bedrooms, and much, much more. Plus, get 60 months, no interest, and no down payment. Don't wait. The 4-day super sale at Furniture Row ends Monday.
Save thousands on the new Revolutionary Swim Spa at a one-time sale. Friday through Sunday. Benton County Fairgrounds, Kennewick. Exercise with low impact. Swim the entire year and stay in shape. Teach your kids to swim. Unwind and save thousands. Avoid the expense and maintenance involved with a pool. Swim, exercise, and relax in your new aquatic exercise swim spa. Installation in 1 day only. New 2025 inventory. 18-month interest-free financing. Millions of dollars of inventory must be sold. Benton County Fairgrounds, Kennewick. Free admission. Free parking. Call 833-SPA-SALE.
Discover Walla Walla Wine, where exceptional terroir meets unforgettable experiences. Delight in renowned varietals amidst breathtaking vineyards. Join us in crafting memorable moments. Connect with us at wallawallawine.com.
American Idol premieres Sunday, March 9th on ABC.
American Idol. Watch Sunday on Apple Valley News Now. Sponsored locally by Prosser Memorial Health. Learn more at prosserhealth.org. This is how we care. The 3-Degree Guarantee, sponsored by Legends Casino Hotel.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. In entertainment news, the Kennedy Center will no longer be the room where it happens when it comes to the musical Hamilton.
Yeah, the Broadway hit was supposed to perform next year as a part of the Kennedy Center's celebration of the 250th anniversary of the Declaration of Independence, but it's canceling those plans. The show's creator, Lin-Manuel Miranda, and the lead producers say it was because of actions by President Trump that changed the Kennedy Center's spirit from what it was.
Earlier this year, Trump had Democratic members of the center's board removed and himself became chairman. A spokesman for the Kennedy Center had no comment.
And this would have been Hamilton's third engagement at the Kennedy Center, and Miranda says the show is looking to perform at another venue in the Washington, D.C. area. So the show will be joining other artists and events that have announced cancellations at the Kennedy Center as well. And in more entertainment news, the second season of Apple TV's popular show Severance came very close to having a presidential cameo. Yeah, Ben Stiller, who is the executive producer and director on the show, recently revealed to Jimmy Kimmel that he asked former President Barack Obama to appear on the show.
Stiller says he asked Obama in an email. He responded and said that while he is a big fan of the show, he doesn't have time in his schedule to do it.
I really think he would have done it, yeah. Well, Stiller says the role Obama would have played would have been as the voice of the Lumen Building, and the role ended up going to Keanu Reeves. And this makes me want to ask you guys, would you ever think about severing yourself like they do in the show, like separating yourself from your work self so that you don't have the memories when you go home about work?
No, because
vice versa.
Because you're working 24/7. There's no break in your
We would never
consciousness.
be able to do that for our job.
We would be at this desk for forever.
I wouldn't know anything, and then it would just never work for this industry.
Wild.
Yeah. So
yeah,
no,
interesting.
I wouldn't want to do it anyways. Like, it just sounds icky.
No, you need time to unwind. That's what makes work makes home so special.
Yeah, balance. And if there's something bad at home that you don't want to deal with, where you want to sever yourself at work, you would just, sometimes work distracts you from that.
Yes.
So that's my take on it. But it's a great show. I love it.
It's healthy and it's good to be in different settings in your life and be around different people.
Thanks for coming to our TED Talk this morning. 6:24. So much more ahead here on Good Morning Northwest. Washingtonians are bracing themselves for possibly higher prices after tariffs have been imposed on the country's biggest trading partners. It all comes as retaliatory tariffs are also on the horizon.
And coming up, we have Washington lawmakers, what they're working on to navigate these trade conflicts, and that and more is in your next half hour. And Josh, a little hint on that 3-degree guarantee?
I won. That means that the jackpot, it's well above $100 now. So I'll show you what the stakes are for today, coming up on the other side of the break.
Hot Tub. Major manufacturers and warehouses clearance of new 2025 inventory. Friday through Sunday. Benton County Fairgrounds, Kennewick. Over 100 hot tubs on display and everything must go. New 2025 inventory. Hot tubs starting at $29.95. All inventory 40 to 80% off. Come see the revolutionary swim spa in action and save up to 60%. Trade-ins welcome. Free delivery. We'll even haul away your old hot tub. Worry-free installation. 18-month interest-free financing. Millions of dollars of inventory must be sold. Benton County Fairgrounds, Kennewick. Free admission. Free parking. Call 833-SPA-SALE.
It's not easy being Mariano Morales' horse. He needs to ride the clients all the time. He does take care of them. He gets the insurance company to pay for medical bills, car repairs, even money for pain and suffering. Looks like it's going to be another busy day. Better get warmed up. After all, I am his best friend.
Hurt in a car wreck? Give me a call.
Big or small, we work them all.
I'm attorney Mariano Morales, the heavy hitter.
The heavy hitter is the one for you. Call 853-2222.
I'm in pursuit. He's never gonna make it.
Life's better when you're under our roof.
Go after it, Red Wing. I'll catch up.
Because we help protect your dreams.
Good to see everything's okay in here.
I like your shield.
I like yours too. Hold down the fort, little man.
Bye, Cap.
American Family Insurance and see Captain America: Brave New World.
Seattle-born stand-up comedian and impressionist Adam Ray, live at Legends Casino, Friday, July 11th. Known best for his Netflix special, Adam Ray is Dr. Phil Unleashed, as well as his popular YouTube channel.
If you don't know what Citizens App is, it's an app you can put on your phone that notifies you of all the danger that's lurking. That sounds like fun. Yeah, there's a lot of people cooking for Cocoa Puffs right outside your door.
Tickets on sale now at Ticketmaster.com and Legends Gift Shop. Don't miss Adam Ray, live on July 11th at Legends Casino in Toppenish.
What have we got?
The Andersons. All night, tossing and turning, bad backs, sleep score at an all-time low.
Round up the team. At Denver Mattress, going undercover is literally how we solve problems. And when we find sleepers waking up with aches and pains, we turn to the Tempur-Pedic Adapt, designed for ultimate pressure relief that uniquely adapts to your body's pressure points. The Tempur Adapt features innovative technology, so you get deep, undisturbed rest all night long. Denver Mattress, the easiest way to get the right Tempur-Pedic.
This QR code is your key to the new Apple Valley News Now First Alert Weather app. A powerful weather forecasting tool that you can take with you anywhere. Just scan the code and access current conditions, forecast, track storms as they're happening, get alerts, plus so much more, all to help plan your day. To download, just scan the code. It's easy to use and it's free. The Apple Valley News Now First Alert Weather app, only from Apple Valley News Now, on your side.
Spring skiing at 2 Idaho ski areas. Fly the Northwest Tuesday at 6. This is Apple Valley News Now. Good morning, Northwest, on your side.
Good morning. Thanks for waking up with us, joining us here for Good Morning Northwest. I'm Jade Elliott.
I'm Jessica Jalal.
And I'm Josh Colbert.
All right, Josh, before we get to that 3-year guarantee, we need to acknowledge that today, March 6th, is the day of the dude. And a viewer actually reached out and said that we should acknowledge that. So
here we are.
It's about being a dude, like
being
relaxing,
a dude, yeah.
Kicking back, you know, my dudes. He's
all,
a dude,
all
I'm a dude.
From,
I'm a dude.
Yeah, all from The Big Lebowski.
Yes,
so
that movie.
Throw your robe on.
Get
a White Russian at 6:30 in the morning.
No, exactly. You know?
But yeah, Day of the Dude.
Well, happy Day of the Dude to all the dudes out there.
Yeah. And my dude, how's it looking on that 3-degree guarantee?
It is looking. Well, we're gonna get that up there in just a second, but it is it's over $100 now. So let's go ahead and take graphics full first. What we're going to take a look at, this is actually pretty convenient. This is a live look at the sunrise in Kennewick. This view coming courtesy of Yakima Federal. Of course, we love to see those views and those vibes this way. Now on to the 3-degree guarantee. As yesterday I went with a forecast high of 55 in Pasco Tri-Cities and verified at 58 degrees. The jackpot went up to $125. So for today, I'm going with a forecast high of 58. That means if the actual high falls between 55 to 61, the jackpot's going to go up to $150. If that doesn't happen, the jackpot could be yours. Find out how to win the jackpot by going to AppleValleyNewsNow.com, clicking on the contest page, or you could scan the QR code. Again, there's that look of the sunrise in Kennewick. Once again, that view coming courtesy of Yakima Federal. It is a cold morning out there, 20s and 30s in the Kittitas and Yakima valleys, right around 30 degrees in the lower Columbia Basin and lower 30s in the Blue foothills, and down into the teens and 20s in the higher terrain of the Cascades and Blues. So a lot of us would have a frosty start to this morning. Here's your hour-by-hour forecast for today for the Tri-Cities. Lots of sunshine for today. High temperatures getting into the mid to upper 50s. It's going to be that way in the Kittitas and Yakima valleys, the same thing in the lower Columbia Basin, but we will have this pocket of cooler air that is going to make us, well, obviously a little bit cooler in the Blue foothills. I'll take you on that zone-by-zone tour of today's forecast. Also, we'll check in on the ski report. So all that's going to be coming up in a few minutes.
Thank you, Josh. Now we start this half hour off talking about the state impact from the recent tariffs by the Trump administration on international imports. Industries all across Washington are bracing for fallout and retaliatory tariffs from the big 3 trading partners, and that's Canada, China, and Mexico. Capitol correspondent Albert James shows us how Washington is working to navigate the trade conflicts and also how one of the state's key industries could be impacted.
Washington Commerce Director Joe Wynn says the state is already feeling the impacts of what he calls unnecessary and harmful tariffs placed on foreign goods.
We know that there is a change in behavior in Canadian consumers. We know that our border communities have seen less traffic when it comes to tourists from Canada.
Wynn says his team has been working to shore up international partnerships as trade conflicts threaten them. Domestically, the Commerce Department has been helping businesses diversify, finding them other trade opportunities to invest in other places.
But make no mistake, it's going to be higher prices for most things in Washington state because of these tariffs. In the meantime, we're trying to provide, resiliency for our businesses, diversification of their goods, and then also just helping them navigate what this quagmire can look like.
Wynn says at least $296 million in the state's agricultural exports to Canada will be targeted by their retaliatory tariffs. Washington Grain Commission says farmers are not only concerned about international consumers being dissuaded by higher prices for their products, but tariffs raising costs on things like fertilizer and farm equipment coming from Canada and China. CEO Casey Chamra says because grain is a commodity, farmers can't increase prices to address increased production costs.
And so we're kind of getting squeezed on both ends if, the production costs are going up and then we're not able to sell for a higher price on the other side.
Chamra says the impacts of tariffs on farmers aren't fully known as the situation is constantly evolving, and while tariffs could bring economic benefits in the long term, they could do real harm in the near term. She says they don't help as the farm economy has struggled in recent years due to inflation, increasing production costs, and decreasing sale prices.
With kind of that fragile state of the farm economy, will those farmers be able to kind of bridge that short and medium term with the consequences that they might face in order to realize those long-term benefits?
Chamra says the commission is doing what they can to support farmers as they try to navigate all the uncertainty ahead. In Olympia, I'm Albert James reporting.
Well, tariffs aren't the only thing that people are bracing for. As one Washington Senator, Patty Murray, is saying, orders from the Trump administration are coming in too fast and furious. The response coming after the president announced funding cuts for universities that allow what he calls illegal protests, saying foreign students who take part in the protests will be prosecuted and deported, and that American students could be permanently expelled or arrested depending on the crime. He does not specify what he does consider an illegal protest, and the first First Amendment of the Constitution does protect the right to a peaceful protest. As Senator Murray is emphasizing, free speech is a fundamental American value.
It can be uncomfortable, it can be challenging, but if we start going down the road of telling people they can't have free speech in this country, we are in a very bad place.
Senator Murray has been an outspoken critic of the Trump administration. She skipped Tuesday's joint session in D.C., instead holding a town hall focused on the impact of economic policies on workers in Washington state.
Now, in a follow-up, the Benton County Prosecutor's Office has appointed the Spokane County Prosecuting Attorney, Larry Haskell, as special prosecutor in the case involving WSP trooper Sarah Clayson. She's set for an arraignment for a deadly crash that took place in Richland over the weekend. 20-year-old Hosier Sanchez died from injuries sustained in that crash. And according to officials, the decision to appoint a special prosecutor was because of Clayson's position and also because of the need for independent review. And now to the latest on the deadly Benton City crash that happened during the weekend. We're learning that the Washington State Attorney General's office has agreed to accept the prosecution of Matthew Mason. And we're told this is due to his connection with a member of the Benton County Prosecutor's Office. Now, police believe Mason was going west on State Route 224 when he crossed the center line and hit an oncoming car. They say Antonio Aguirre was in that other car and he was pronounced dead at the scene. Now stay with us as we continue to follow this case.
6:35 and some great news out of Pasco. The Chihuahua girls basketball team is on a hot streak, continuing that winning streak that they've built up on, only losing the first game of their season.
On Tuesday, on Tuesday, on Tuesday, on Tuesday.
Yep, you heard it right there. That's where they're headed, on to state. They continue to travel through the state tournament bracket. Students, parents, you hear them there, local law enforcement officials, all showing up to show their support for the girls team with a rally tunnel and escorting them out to their destination, the Tacoma Dome. The senior captain says these next games are more than just the last rounds of the state tournament, but also her last games as a Riverhawk.
I think just doing the things they've been working towards and communication, all the little things they've been working on in practice and making it a team win.
The team plays today at the Tacoma Dome, tip-off at 7:15. Good luck to them.
And coming up next on Good Morning Northwest, it's about to get a lot easier for schools to take field trips to the Reach Museum, and it's all thanks to a generous donation. We have the details after the break.
But first, giving you that beautiful live look outside this morning. This is the sunrise coming up over Kennewick, courtesy of our Yakima Federal camera here at the Apple Valley studio. When we come back, we will have another look at your First Alert forecast with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth.
Kraken Predators pregame at 4:30 tonight on Apple Valley News Now.
At Fred's, discover the largest selection of in-stock, get-it-today inventory in our region. Introducing the new Electrolux 700 Series Alpine Green Washer and Dryer, an industry-exclusive 2 ways to sanitize. Remove bacteria and sanitize your way with the Cold Sanitize option, paired with Lysol Laundry Sanitizer, or use the NSF-certified Hot Sanitize setting, the most efficient washer on the market. We sell appliances, only appliances.
It is Operation Best Friend every Wednesday as we feature lovable pets from area shelters all looking for their forever homes. Operation Best Friend from Christine Connolly, As You Wish Real Estate Services, and the Manthai Group Cross Country Mortgage.
I've always had an eye for opportunity. As a kid, I was hustling, selling candy, mowing lawns, you name it. That drive never left me. The first time I tasted crumble, it was clear to me this was more than just a cookie. From that moment, I knew this was a chance to bring the taste of something new to our neighborhood. But I couldn't do it alone. That's where Happel came in. With their support, I was able to secure the loan that brought Crumble to our community. Where do you credit union?
Spring clean for a cause. With fresh leadership, Tri-County Partners Habitat for Humanity store is ready to make an even bigger impact. Join us and Century 21, Piton Wealth, and PG Long for our Fill a Truck event on March 7th and 8th. Donate furniture, appliances, decor, anything to help furnish a home. And for every donation or purchase, you'll be entered to win a gift basket. Enjoy free fries, fun, and the chance to change lives. Visit the Tri-County Partners Habitat for Humanity store in Richland. Your donation builds homes.
Celebrate Bi-Mart's 70th anniversary during our open house with our latest savings book. Watch for it in your mailbox. During our open house, members and non-members can stop in and save. Bi-Mart, saving the Northwest more since 1955.
What's more powerful than an unexpected storm? Insurance that helps clean it up. Western National Insurance. That's the power of nice.
Get ready to go soaring over 2 Idaho ski areas.
Perfect weather to go out and get some sunny turns.
Spring skiing and awesome views.
We had 360 views. We were pointing out lookout past Schweitzer Mountain.
Fly the Northwest. Apple Valley News Now at 6 Tuesday.
Next live, RuPaul, Simone Ashley from Picture This. Plus, it's shopping day with Monica Mangan.
We've lost some folks. They're gone.
Today at 9 on Apple Valley News Now.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbert.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. Let's go ahead and dive into the ski report brought to you by Schweitzer Village. So we have to start at Schweitzer. Over the past 36 hours, there have been 2 new inches of snow, and the base depth is now up to 74 inches. Now we'll take it down to Ski Bluewood outside of Dayton, as there hasn't been any new snow over the past 36 hours, and the base depth on the cusp of being up around 70 inches. And then for White Pass, 3 inches of new snow over the past 36 hours, and the base depth is sitting right at 60 inches. Now on to the zone-by-zone tour of today's forecast. We start off in Kittitas County. These highs going to end up in the 40s and 50s. Winds gusting out of the north upwards of 20 miles per hour. Then in the Yakima Valley, these winds also out of the north, upwards of 20 miles per hour. Highs today getting into the mid-50s, lots of sunshine. We'll also have plenty of sunshine in the lower Columbia Basin. Clouds are going to be few and far between. These winds also out of the north, up around 20 miles per hour. Some of us within striking distance of 60 in the lower Columbia Basin, but we'll have some cold air damming up in the Blue Foothills, which means we're going to be down into the 40s and 50s and down into the 30s and 40s in the higher terrain of the Blue Mountains. But you guessed it, these winds also gusting out of the north, upwards of 20 to 25 miles per hour. We'll trend even milder as we head into this weekend, and then some much more active weather for next week, including the potential of some snowfall up in the mountains. I'll tell you more about that coming up in a few minutes.
Thanks so much, Josh. 6:41, and it's about to get a whole lot easier for schools to take field trips to the Reach Museum, all thanks to a generous donation from Bechtel. It's aimed at helping students learn more about our region. Now, Bechtel has been instrumental in supporting the Reach Museum since its early days. Now, they're taking it a step further by making field trips more accessible for local schools. The company donated $10,000 to help underserved schools be able to afford field trips to learn more about where these students live.
They get exposed to the environmental sciences, engineering, and those disciplines are important for future workforce readiness.
The Reach Museum offers exhibits on everything from the Columbia River to the Manhattan Project, and the museum encourages schools to reach out to their staff to start the application process. All right, still much more ahead here on Good Morning Northwest. Coming up next, your morning sprint with everything you need to know as you head out the door this morning. And that beautiful live look from our Bi-Mart camera in Yakima. When we come back, Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbert will have your full First Alert forecast.
You've got 4 days, and 4 days only to save like never before. During the 4-day super sale at Furniture Row. That's 4 days to save $100 on every $1,000 you spend. Plus, get 60 months, no interest, and no down payment. But hurry, the 4-day super sale at Furniture Row ends soon.
Injured on the road or on the job? Visit FromBackAutumn.com.
Gather vital information on your type of injury claim. Chat live about your needs. Even schedule a free consultation. From Back and Auto, Bulldog Tough.
Vance Heating and Air Conditioning. We promise friendly customer service. Highly trained technicians. Save $50 on any heating repair. We service all makes and models. Don't leave it to chance. Call Vance.
Kittitas Valley Healthcare is your trusted home for health, offering expert orthopedic care for your family. With over 55 years of combined experience, our team uses state-of-the-art equipment to improve surgical outcomes and provide compassionate, patient-centered care. We're committed to making your experience comfortable and efficient, so you can stay active and healthy. Learn more and schedule a consultation through our website at kvhealthcare.org. Your home for health.
Start 2025 off right with a custom building from Columbia Basin Buildings and Sheds. Cozy up to 10% off custom buildings. Need something right away? Get 20% off all in-stock inventory. It's the perfect time to create the space you've always wanted, with free, fast delivery and quality that'll stand up to the chilliest winter days. Whether it's for storage, hobbies, or just making room for your New Year goals, visit Columbia Basin Buildings and Sheds and Sunnyside Shed Company today.
Hot Tub, Hot Tub, Hot Tub. Major manufacturers and warehouses clearance of new 2025 inventory. Friday through Sunday. Benton County Fairgrounds, Kennewick. Over 100 hot tubs on display and everything must go. New 2025 inventory. Hot tubs starting at $29.95. All inventory 40 to 80% off. Come see the revolutionary swim spa in action and save up to 60%. Trade-ins welcome. Free delivery. We'll even haul away your old hot tub. Worry-free installation. 18-month interest-free financing. Millions of dollars of inventory must be sold. Benton County Fairgrounds, Kennewick. Free admission. Free parking. Call 833-SPA-SALE.
Imagine yourself in a new Toyota.
Hey! There he is. Let's do this.
Hey! You ready? Yeah!
You're up, guys. All right.
Did you know that every new Toyota comes with Toyota Care? A 2-year or 25,000-mile maintenance plan and roadside assistance. That's the value you can expect from Toyota.
Go from dreaming it to driving it today. Yeah. Come on!
Toyota. Let's go places.
At Denver Mattress, we're all about that sleep life. And during the 4-day super sale, the more you buy, the more you save. Save $100 on every $1,000 you spend. Or score 60 months no interest and free shipping. Denver Mattress, the easiest way to get the right mattress.
Operation Best Friend, sponsored by the Manthei Group Cross Country Mortgage.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. Right now you're taking a live, beautiful look at the Yakima Valley. This view coming courtesy of Weimar atop the Tanum Ridge. Lots of sunshine this morning. There's going to be lots of sunshine all throughout the day. Unfortunately, temperatures this morning still cold. We're in the 20s and 30s in the Kittitas and Yakima Valleys, right around 30 degrees in the lower Columbia Basin, now 20s and 30s in the Blue Foothills as well, down into the teens and 20s in the Cascades and Blues. So a lot of us going to have a frosty start on this Thursday morning. A little bit later today, another very pleasant day outside, lots of sunshine, high temperatures getting into the 40s and 50s, a little bit cooler in the Blue Foothills, but for the rest of our low elevation spots will be in the mid to upper 50s. Pretty widespread wind gusts gusting out of the north between 20 to 25 miles per hour. And then for tonight, overnight lows falling down into the 20s and 30s. All of us going to have to take those necessary steps to protect the outdoor pets, plants, and the plumbing. And the winds will be winding down throughout the night, but in the early evening, they could still gust out of the north between 20 to 30 miles per hour. Our forecast stays pretty dry through Sunday, but Sunday night into Monday, that's when snow becomes likely in the Cascades. And then it looks like overall precip chances trend much higher by the middle of next week. So it's looking like our forecast is trending more active for next week and a little bit cooler for next week as well. Now, we'll be a couple degrees above average for Thursday and Friday. By the time we get to Sunday, we'll be about 5 to 10 degrees above average within striking distance of 65 in the Tri-Cities. That'll feel quite nice, but then we'll start to trend cooler and more seasonal into the middle of next week. Here is the 7-day forecast for the Tri-Cities. Will be mild and dry through Tuesday, but rain chances become likely again by next Wednesday. In Yakima, staying dry with clouds picking up this weekend, and rain chances roll back around by midweek next week. In Ellensburg, mostly breezy over the coming week with the strongest winds on Sunday, then the potential for a rain-snow mix next Wednesday. In Hermiston, mild and dry through early next week, but rain becomes likely again by the middle of the week. And then for Walla Walla, becoming milder and staying dry this weekend, small rain chances Monday and Tuesday, but rain chances turning likely by next Wednesday. Now let's head out to New York City to see what's ahead on Good Morning America.
In this morning's GMA First Look, one-on-one with Octomom.
How are you?
It's been 16 years since Natalie Nadia Suleiman gave birth to octuplets, conceived via IVF. The single mother from California, who already had 6 other young children at home, faced withering criticism after it was revealed she received government assistance to support them. Now, after nearly a decade avoiding the spotlight, she's back, speaking out to GMA.
Why is now, for you, the right time to come back into the spotlight?
My whole family wants us to share our truth, to take our narrative back that was stolen from the media, particularly the tabloid media, because they were spinning, one false narrative after another.
And coming up at 7 a.m., we'll have much more with Octomom, Natalie Nadia Suleiman. With your GMA First Look, I'm Juju Chang, ABC News, New York.
Despite being on an antidepressant, I was still masking my depression symptoms.
My doctor said it could be because my antidepressant alone wasn't enough, so she recommended an add-on treatment. She recommended adding Rexulti.
When taken with an antidepressant, Rexulti was proven to significantly reduce depression symptoms, more than an antidepressant alone.
So with my antidepressant, Rexulti could provide a boost.
Elderly people with dementia-related psychosis have increased risk of death or stroke. Antidepressants may increase suicidal thoughts and actions and worsen depression in children and young adults. Call your healthcare provider right away to report new or sudden changes in mood, behavior, thoughts, or feelings, or if you develop suicidal thoughts or actions. Report fever, stiff muscles, and confusion, which can be life-threatening, or uncontrolled muscle movements, which may be permanent. High blood sugar can lead to coma or death. Weight gain, increased cholesterol, unusual urges, dizziness on standing, falls, seizures, trouble swallowing, or sleepiness may occur.
Could adding Rexulti
be right for you?
Ask your doctor about adding Rexulti.
Now, the morning sprint.
Time is now 6:50. It's time for your morning sprint. We're going to start off in your national headlines. President Trump meets with Israeli former hostages that were released by Hamas as part of the ceasefire deal. Trump also issuing a last warning to Hamas to release all remaining hostages, and Trump threatening to send Israel everything it needs to finish the job. Meanwhile, the White House says it's negotiating directly with Hamas about the hostages and the ceasefire.
And the State Department is scheduled to give its first media briefing today. It will be led by State Department spokesperson Tammy Bruce, a former Fox News contributor. The briefing will likely have much for reporters to ask, like the peace talks between Russia and Ukraine and the president's relationship with Zelensky.
And in your health headlines, a federal judge says the Trump administration's efforts in cutting federal funding for public health research is likely unlawful. A temporary court order projects that a loss of life would be the result if cuts were enforced and research trials suspended. Now, the judge had previously issued a restraining order against the Trump policy.
In a recall alert for you at 6:52, the Wild Coast Raw is recalling cat food over possible bird flu contamination. It's recalling some 16-ounce and 24-ounce frozen, boneless, free-range chicken formula. It was sold in Oregon and Washington. The company issued a similar recall last month after 2 cats got severe cases of bird flu and died. If you've come into contact with the product, wash your hands thoroughly, sanitize all surfaces that it's touched.
In your sports news, the 2026 Men's World Cup final is set to be historic regardless of which teams make it. For the first time ever, there will be a halftime show, and FIFA says the band Coldplay is helping produce the performance, but there's no word yet on if Coldplay will take the stage. The U.S., Canada, and Mexico are co-hosting next year's tournament, which is scheduled to take place on July 19th in New Jersey.
6:53 now to your top 5 local stories you need to know this morning. Benton County has appointed Spokane County prosecuting attorney Larry Haskell to serve as special prosecutor in the deadly crash involving Washington State Patrol Trooper Sarah Clayson. Officials say this decision was made based on ensuring justice and independent review because of Clayson's position as a local law enforcement officer. She is set for an arraignment on March 12th.
The Kittitas County Sheriff's Office relies heavily on trained volunteers during search and rescue operations, and they're in need of more, which is why they're encouraging people to apply. Now, training is required because if you're untrained, it can make situations more difficult. If you're interested, their annual training is being held in the spring, and if you don't live in Kittitas County, you can contact your local sheriff's office to ask about their volunteering opportunities.
Protesters are gathering in Yakima to protest the recent layoffs of science professionals in federal agencies like NOAA and the BPA. The protest will be happening tomorrow at the Rotary Farmers Market site on Yakima Avenue, and it's all a part of a nationwide day of action called the Stand Up for Science 2025.
Prosser City Council is looking for residents interested in a new recycling program. It's one that'll be subscription-based. Now, it's only possible if enough people sign up. A separate recycling bin would be delivered for customers, and it would cost $24 per month in addition to your current garbage rate. The recycling bin would be emptied on the same day as your trash bin, and to sign up, you can visit our website.
Well, on to state. That's where the Chiawana girls basketball team is headed as they continue their winning streak. They had a special send-off. Students, parents, and local law enforcement all showing up to escort them to the state tournament. Team set to play today at the Tacoma Dome. Tip-off at 7:15.
Good luck to them. And trending this morning, congratulations are in order for some new parents. The parents being a bald eagle couple in California.
Yeah, the nation's most famous bald eagles, Jackie and Shadow, have hatched 2 chicks. The first chick hatched late Monday night. The second little fluffy gray eaglet born Tuesday morning.
Look at those proud parents.
Well, this marks the first time in nearly 3 years that the eagle couple has had a successful hatching. Jackie and Shadow have become an internet sensation since they became mates in 2018.
But there is still a third egg in the nest, and the nonprofit organization Friends of Big Bear Valley says there's still a chance that it could hatch because it's still within the incubation period.
So, if you don't feel like working today, just tune into this because...
Oh, yeah. And it's the day of the dude.
It's the day of the dude. Get the live cam on the nest. All eyes are now on the happy family to see if there will be another little pip. The initial crack of an egg, that's the initial crack of an eggshell when the chick begins to hatch. A pip.
I never knew that, a pip.
A little pip.
Huh.
Yeah.
You learn something new every day.
The more you know.
It's so cute. And I've seen them trend, this couple, this eagle couple trending online so much. So.
Oh, I know. Well, and that's the thing. I mean, people, they sit at their office and they have like the live stream of the nest.
That's what they're doing?
On their computer, yeah.
Is that what you were doing? No.
That's what I've been doing all morning long. So.
Well, I guess that's fun for some people.
I know. Very intriguing.
Hey, they're cute and they're happy parents.
They are cute. I know. So congratulations to them. What do we got for the forecast today?
Yes, it is looking fantastic out there once again. Lots of sunshine, pretty mild highs, especially in the basin and in the valleys. Right now, you're taking a live look at Richland. This view coming courtesy of the Legends Casino and Hotel. Lots of sunshine out there already for this morning. Temperatures in the 20s and 30s in the Kittitas and Yakima valleys were around 30 in the lower Columbia Basin, 20s and 30s in the Blue foothills, and teens and 20s in the higher terrain of the Cascades and Blues. So a lot of us will have a bit of a frosty start for this morning. A little bit later today, highs getting up into the 50s, mid to upper 50s in the valleys and basin. But again, that colder pocket of air in the Blue foothills, that's going to make us obviously colder. Those highs a little bit closer to 50 degrees. Here's the bottom line for the forecast. We'll keep the forecast mostly dry through Sunday, and then snow chance is going to go up for the mountains, specifically for the Cascades Monday through Wednesday. But in general, our forecast staying very mild over the next 7 days. But it does look like rain chance is going to trend up even for lower elevations by the middle of next week. So just something to look forward to, something to not look forward to, just kind of depending
just
on
something that's going to happen.
Something that's going to happen, yes.
And it's still another beautiful forecast, so I'll take it.
Better to be prepared.
Yes.
Exactly. Well, thank you guys for watching Good Morning Northwest. You can always find updates on our website. That's applevalleyNewsNow.com.
Good Morning America is up next, and we'll of course be back with your local news and weather tonight at 5.
Have a great day.